Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. To all my new and returning subscribers, it's great to be here with you, and to anyone who's new, it's great to have you along today as well. I'm Katie and I'm super excited to be a part of today's collaboration video. This is a video that's hosted by Connie Loves Disney and also co-hosted by Sarah's Disney Magic. We've got loads of amazing content creators as part of this collaboration, and today we are all sharing our top 10 Funko Pop choices. We have a massive collection of Funkos between us, so I'm super excited to see if we're twinning on any, if we've got slightly different variations of the same ones, or if we have completely different ones across the board. But let's get started and see what we've got. Okay, I'm just going to say I really love you guys because this is the second time of me recording this video. I may have kicked my microphone at some point and it dislodged itself, and therefore I recorded a great video and it had no sound. But let me tell you a little bit more about the host of today's video. Connie Loves Disney is based over near Disneyland in California. She does loads of amazing videos, including vlogs on things like Tasty Tuesdays, where she'll take you around the park and try all sorts of delicious foods. She has Funko Friday videos, she has Magic Mail unboxings and all sorts, and Sara, who is her co-host, does lots of pins. She's an ex-cast member, and these ladies are just two of the friends I've made on YouTube in the last year. They're all amazing, and the Disney community is incredible. So there are a lot of creators on this collab as well who I've got to know very well, and who've supported me as well since the start, which is really wonderful. So it's great to be part of this. Do check out their channels. I will link them all below for you so you can do that. Okay, let's have a look. So basically the parameters for today's video were top 10 Funko Pops. We increased it from 5 because everyone was like, I don't think I can narrow it down that much. So we've gone with 10. And I have got some of which in boxes and some of which are out of box. And I will be sharing them with you in no particular order and talking you through my choices. My first pick is this one. This is the very first Funko Pop I bought. This is the gateway Funko to all of this around and behind me. And it is The Little Mermaid, Disney Princess 1012. This was part of a series with the Aurora Pop I have with Briar Rose. There was Jasmine, Tiana, Rapunzel, Moana and Snow White. I don't think I've missed anyone, but I may have. And this was actually a diamond pop. I found it in Primark and I couldn't resist. So let's have a look at it closer. I've got to say, I'm very annoyed at my pins right now because I'm not as annoyed as I was when I first recorded this, but I am very annoyed at them because I got this box out of the box it was safely tidied up into. And almost immediately after I'd taken it out, my pins fell on it and crushed the box, and now I'm really, really mad at them because they damaged it. We've had words. So here is Ariel. She is diamond, as you can see, all covered in lovely glitter. And this was a must-have pop, really. There was no hesitation that I was going to buy it. I was lucky because it was the last one left in the store as well. They have more recently brought out the non-glitter version, but this was only in Primark originally, and then I saw it on Amazon after as well. And it is Ariel pulling the flower, the petals off the flower, doing the he loves me not, right before they do Under the Sea. And there is Sebastian. Everything on this is glittered, including the flowers. There's seaweed at the back as well. So it's a lovely detailed pop. And I said before that my mum painted this particular scene onto one of the walls in our house when I was growing up. And so it's absolutely iconic for me. I love this scene. Obviously, this is one of my favourite films as well, and it's kind of my original Disney film that I watched over and over and over again. Ariel's got beautiful eyelashes as well, and it's just really pretty. I absolutely adore this pop, so I'm really, really happy to have it as part of my collection. That did have to be my number one pick. Number 2. Now, I said I'm not going to share these in any particular order, but we will mix it up as we go. So this is my second choice. This is the Gamorrean Guard Star Wars Pop number 12. This isn't part of the original pop release for that Star Wars film, which was blue across here. This is the black one, so it's the re-release. And there were a number of different characters involved in this. Oh, I dropped that card. Let's pick that up in a moment. There's the background card that just fell out. And the reason that this is one of my favourites is because you might be able to see it is a signed pop. And it's signed by Hugh Spite, who is one of the actors who played a Gamorrean guard. And in The Return of the Jedi, he's the Gamorrean guard with his hand on Han Solo's shoulder. I met Han, no, I didn't meet Han, I met Hugh earlier this year at Bristol Comic Con. He was such a lovely guy. We must have been talking for 20 to 30 minutes and he was just so interesting. We're talking all about his life and his career and some of the experiences he had had along the way, and he was just the loveliest guy. He's also in Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, uncredited. And a really, really nice man. And the thing about Hugh is, as well, for ages no one knew who he was because he's actually miscredited at the end of the film. So someone eventually tracked him down and yeah, there he is. So until when I first recorded this earlier, I hadn't actually opened it before. So I didn't know at that point it was a bobblehead, but I think it works fabulously for this character. Definitely adds a slight comedic value. And he's got his armour on, which you might be able to see. He's got his axe. And yes, I'll show you the signature again, that she picked a nice green pen so it stood out, which is great. Really, really nice. And this is my first signed pop as well. I now have a number of signed pops, which there's another one featured in today's top 10, but I've got one signed by Carl Jones, who's the sketch card artist for Marvel, one of them. I've got one signed by Laurie Good, who I met at Ultraviolet 84. I didn't buy it when I was there with him, but I was trying to be cool and not ask him to sign one, and then I bought one later. And then I also have one by Mike Collins, who is a comic book artist, but we'll talk more about him. Gives you a bit of a clue as to one that's coming up. Number 3, this is back to the Disney Princess series. We do have pops in this top 10 across Marvel, Star Wars and Disney and Pixar, but this is another one that I chose. This is number 1017, so you can see it's part of the same series. Also a diamond one. Funnily enough, I bought this pop and then I bought a pop of Pocahontas with her hair like swirling out behind her just on her own without her sidekicks. And I got this one in diamond and that one in normal finish. And I actually really wish that I had bought them the other way round. I wish I'd got the ordinary one of this one and the diamond one of the other, because I actually think the details and the colour probably worked better that way. But never mind. I still love this pop, clearly, because it's in my top 10. There she is. So this is lovely. She's got Flit and Miko on this. Sorry, Flit's over here. She's got her necklace, and look at this cute little detail. Miko's holding her leg. Like he's scared or worried. You'll just want some reassurance. And she's standing on the bit in front of Grandmother Willow where she goes to talk to her. And you've got the colours of the wind coming all the way around the back of her in this lovely translucent vinyl with the leaves. And the leaves are all glittered on here as well. You've got her lovely necklace, as I say. She's got her tattoo as well. That's not glittered, but really, really lovely. So I like this pop a lot, and I love Pocahontas. The soundtrack to that film is just amazing. I had that when I was younger on CD, and I used to absolutely love listening to it over and over again. It's just brilliant. So there she is, number 3. Let's try and put them where you can see them, but here we go. Not perfect, but you might be able to sort of see them anyway. Okay, let's go to a different one. Let's go with this one. So we're back to signed pops. This is one of my Mike Collins ones. So we'll be showing you these in more detail, but this is Mike is a comic book artist. He's worked for Marvel, he's done stuff on Doctor Who, he's done stuff on Transformers, I think, and loads and loads and loads of stuff that you would have heard of. He's been doing it for 40 years, and this guy, oh my goodness, he is remarkable to watch. So again, I met him at Ultraviolet 84. It's one of 3 guest appearances that they have this year. The third is coming up in September, which I'm really excited to attend and meet one of the actors from Star Wars, Nick Owenford. But this basically was a bit of a team effort, because I knew he was going. I'd gone along to meet him and to do some filming, and while I was there I found out that he does in fact draw Captain Marvel. She's one of his characters, and I'd done some research before I went along, and I'd taken my Disneyland Paris Spider-Man pop with me for him to sign, and then it turned out he also drew Captain Marvel. So he drew this for me, no reference material or anything. I literally watched him do it in about 5 to 7 minutes. It was remarkable, just straight out of his head in the black and the silver, which is brilliant. But I'd said to him, oh, I wish I'd known, before that you did Captain Marvel. I left my pops at home of her. And so Robin, because of Ultraviolet 84 again, and Robin said, oh, what pops do you have? So I went through the list of various pops I have of her, and he said, I've got one out the back. It's her on the motorcycle. And I was like, oh, okay. And he was like, do you want to see it? And I was like, bring out the pop. So he brought this out for me, and I just thought it was great. And as it turns out, it has an amazing size panel on as well for Mike to draw on. Let's take her out, and then I'll show you the drawing closer. So he has both signed and illustrated it, which is wonderful. So cool. Really, really cool. Done all the little stars around her as well. It's brilliant. I love that so much. And then the pop itself is also brilliant, because it's one of the Pop Rides. This is number 57. So I've got a few in the Pop Rides series, including one of the next ones I'm going to show you. 2 actually. So there she is, and she's a bobblehead, which works really well. I think all the Marvel ones are, aren't they? I think Marvel and Star Wars are all bobbleheads. And what I noticed earlier as well, when I was showing her first time round, is her glasses are actually slightly translucent. You can actually see her eyes behind them. She does have them, and you can see them across various different angles. So that's really cool. She's a really neat pop. Very much smaller than some of the other pop rides that I have. But she looks awesome, and as I say, this was a brilliant canvas for Mike to draw on, and perfect really. But I keep getting garbage stuck in my head when I look at this pop. I'm only happy when it rains. I do like that song. I thought this film had a great soundtrack actually. I know not everyone likes her, but I stand by my decision. I like Captain Marvel. So there you go, there she is. Right, who else do we have then? So we've got 2 left in the bag that are in their boxes, and then the rest are all free. This is the next Pop Rides one. This is Elsa and the Knock, number 74 from Frozen 2. And this was my first pop that I customised. So I started off customising it with nail polish and some nail art gems, which was really fun. And she's got the is it Arundel design? Oh, yeah, okay. So I was going to say it's the 5 elements. It actually is, but they're kind of enclosed in a little extra bit of detail. Let's have a look at her. It's nice to have this pop out because she's been on display behind me in the box for ages. Oh, there we go. That was handy. We've got the background. I'm glad actually I didn't get all the boxes out for all the other ones as well, because this would have taken me even longer. There's the background in that one. And here we go. Oh. Here we go. So I really like how this one turned out, because as I say, it was my first effort at customising a Funko, and one of my favourite things about this is that the water on the wave here, or the nail polish on the wave here. So I painted it with nail polish, and I painted it evenly when I first did it. But because it's a curved surface, the nail polish kind of did what it wanted after I'd finished it, and it just moved around where it wanted and settled the glitter where it wanted. Which at the time I was like, I did that so evenly. However, I left it because actually if you look at it, where it sits, it looks really, I think it looks really good. I think it really adds depth to the wave. So I was actually really pleased with that. So I've got a blue glitter nail polish here, I've got a sparkly nail polish here, I've got nail polish and glitter on the reins. The one thing about this pop is the eyes. If you look at this pop in relation to the knock individual ones, there's a frozen one and a water knock version, and he's actually got the blue paint on his upper eyelid on those. So this one they kind of painted the eye, I guess. I don't know, either that or it was a mistake. But there it is, and Elsa's head turns, which is quite nice, so you can have her pointing in whichever direction you like. There are the little hair gems I mentioned. So yeah, so I love how this one turned out, and she is a key part of my display behind me, and this is another one of the pop rides, as I say. So there she is. Let's see where we can balance her. Last in the boxes, we are doing some Pixar. So this is Carl and Ellie in their balloon cart. This is a pop moment, this one, number 1152. I love how they use the grape jelly badge or the grape soda badge as the little pop numbering there. Quite different from all the others actually. And I just think it's really sweet. So let's see if we can get into this one. There we go. So Ellie and Carl balloon cart. So my husband and I love the Up film. We love Carl and Ellie's relationship. It's so sweet. And this is them at work. And we met at work, so that's why I like this one. I also have, as you may know, the oh, that's new. My balloons fell off. Oh no. Oh, well, that would explain why they were wobbling around earlier. That way or the other way? Hang on, I think they go the other way. Oh no. Oh, there we go. They snap back on, fortunately. Oh! Panic over. I think they're meant to do that. So this is them at work at the zoo, and it's really sweet. So their heads move. That's the only bit that does move on here, apart from apparently the balloons, which are going up and away. I love that Ellie has her little parrot or parakeet here. I'm sure someone will tell me which one that is. And I just think it's really sweet. It's got a big base, this one. So it's really solid, and yeah, they're just in their little zoo outfits. I love Ellie in her hat. She's just so cute. Oh, and of course I have the loungefly that goes with this as well now, don't I? Yeah, I do, and that's really sweet. And that is, it's not in the Funko style, but it is a stylised one. But yes, I love that. And then the little balloon card there as well. So there you go. So those are all of the boxed pops. Let's then have a look at the unboxed ones that are part of this. So let's start with the biggest. It's another pop ride. I will stop going on about this one eventually, but I'm just really happy with how this turned out. So I have customised this one. I hand applied each and every one of these crystals, of which I think I underestimated in my video where I was calculating how many I thought I'd used on here. Because I had 6,300 of the turquoise crystals in total. So I used all 2,100 of the big crystals. And then pretty much, and then I probably used at least half of the next lot, maybe a bit under. But yeah, so I think there's probably more like 3,000 crystals on here, more or less. But yeah, so this is the Funko Pop Ride Cinderella carriage. I think from memory it's number 78. And yeah, in this instance, this is the crystallized one. So I really love this pop. If you want to see what it looks like uncrystallized, I will link the video for you, but there she is. So I just love this. It makes me really happy. Then we have this little lady. This is the Mighty Thor Funko. I have a feeling that the blue lightning glows in the dark. I'm pretty sure it does, but I just love the translucent light blue. I think it's really pretty, and I think that her pose in this one is really dynamic, where she's got Mjolnir and she's like leaping forward. I just think that's really nice, because I have one of her standing statically holding Mjolnir, and I actually bought that about 2 days before I got this one. But this one, when I saw it, I was like, there's just so much more movement to it, not just because she's a bobblehead, but of course she's Marvel, so she is again. I love that Mjolnir's got all the details where it broke and then healed itself with the magic. And yeah, I must admit, I like Jane in this film. I've not been too bothered about her as a character before, but I think she has quite a lot of depth in this movie. So I do like her character, and yeah, there we go. I love her helmet as well. And of course I did Mighty Bound as I did Disney Bound as Mighty Thor over Christmas when we stayed at the Art of Marvel Hotel, and that's who I was dressed as when I met Quill, which was brilliant fun. So there you go. So that's my next choice for the out of box pops. Then we have Yelena. She is one of my absolute favourite characters in Marvel. She's just so cool. I loved when she turned up in Hawkeye and she was having her moment with Kate Bishop. That's just so funny, where it was just like, thanks for the girl talk, or it's just really fun. And where Kate's like, you know, worried that she's going to be hurt by Yelena, and Yelena's like, if I wanted you dead, you'd be dead already. It just really makes me laugh. She's brilliant, and she has fabulous hair, and she's just so funny. But she's no nonsense, isn't she? She just gets it done, and I love when she just throws herself out of the window. Just super cool. So yeah, I really like Yelena, and that's why I've got this pop. I did look at, this is the one from Hawkeye, isn't it? Yeah, because I was looking at getting one from the Black Widow film, which is her in the white outfit, and then I ended up with this one because I couldn't find the white one available for a price I was willing to pay, but I really, really like this one. I think she's really cool. There you are. And coincidentally, Florence, you and I share a piercing because we've both got a faux rook going on. Not that that's neither here nor there, it's nothing to do with Funkos, but I just thought I'd share that little bit of magic with you. I didn't do it deliberately. I went and got mine pierced. She also happens to have hers pierced. I hadn't really noticed until I got mine pierced, and then I was like, oh snap. But there you go. She's now got a double faux rook. And last but not least, let's just count up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes. Last but not least of my top 10 are these guys. You probably won't be surprised when you see the ones I've picked. It had to be these three, really, didn't it? I mean, my username is Aristocat, so they had to be on the list. The eagle-eyed amongst you may have spotted they were not sat behind me. You might have seen this coming. I love these guys so much. I waited so long for them to come onto Funko Europe because they were on there for ages, just teasing me with the fact that they were sat there, but they weren't in stock. So I had to wait for ages for them to appear. Like, I'm talking like months they were available, but they weren't available. They were just showing on the website. And they were out in Walmart, I believe, in America. And they finally came out. And the moment they did, I bought them. There was never any hesitation or any doubt that I was going to end up with these three. I still don't have Duchess yet. I'm still considering Duchess. I love how all their hair is different, and these guys are flocked, so they are really, really cute, and they're very, very soft. I do like the flocked and the diamond finishes on Funkos, and they do make me want to like just brush them against my face, but I don't think that would be very good for the flocking on them, so I haven't done that. But there you go. So there we got Toulouse and Berlioz with their different shape and size bows, their little hair quiffs, so sweet, and our lovely Marie with her sassy little look and bows. Aren't they cute? So yeah, I love these guys. And of course you've seen them before behind me. They're very much covered with fluff since I last picked them up earlier today. So apologies for that, but there you go. So those are my top 10. And we all know I'm not very decisive. So goodness knows what I'd have picked if you'd have asked me to whittle this down to 5. I would have really struggled. But I did also have 2 honourable mentions. And I'm going to show you those to you now. So honourable mention number 1, we are back to Marvel. I Am Iron Man, because this is just the climax of 10 years of story arc. Well thought out story arc as well. Marvel, take note of yourselves, please, because this was a fabulous set of films. It was so well put together, and I'd love you to get back to that pretty please. I'm not going to talk Doctor Doom right now. Well, the one thing I will say is I kind of wish they'd kept it to themselves. And because you know there's going to be an unmasking at some point in the film. And I kind of think if they'd have just let that happen in the cinemas and everyone would be like, what the? That would have been amazing. But watching the reveal is really cool. It's really fun. But I don't know how it's going to work. So I have more thoughts on it than that, but there you go. But yeah, I had to get this pop. I was looking at it for ages. This one does glow in the dark, the blue bit, I believe. I've not actually tried it. I probably should at some point. And he's got all the dirt smudges on his face as well. Just such an emotional moment, that I Am Iron Man. Yes. I am wearing my infinity ring as well today, so there you go. It's a good job I didn't have it on this hand, isn't it? I just snapped. Half of us could have disappeared. Did you know if you have an Alexa, you can ask her about Thanos' snap and she'll tell you if you survived or if you didn't? I'll see if I can remember how to do it, and let you know in the text. I'll add text. And then this is my last honourable mention. It is a mini Funko Pop. I was also considering my little tiny Funkos, the little princesses that I got earlier this year. But this was actually a present from my husband over Christmas. And I did say to him this was a bit of a risky mystery mini to buy me, because he got me a Groot one, but he also got me a Nightmare Before Christmas, and as we know, I do not really like Nightmare Before Christmas, so this was the best one I could have got other than Zero. But she's so sweet. I love her. I genuinely love her so much. She's just so detailed and so cute, and so she sits over there beside me on my table, and I just think she's adorable. So there you go. That is my top 10 Funko Pops. Let me know which is your favourite, and are we twinning on any? Do you have diamond versions of any I have the normal versions of, or do you have normal versions of the diamond ones that I have? And I can't wait to watch everyone else's videos. Like I say, find out if we've got anything in common. So do check those out. As I say, I will link them below, and they're going to be an amazing range of Funko Pops, because as I say, we all have such different collections that I really can't wait to see them. So thank you so much for joining me. Thank you to Connie and Sarah for inviting me to be part of this collaboration. It's been such fun once again. We do also have the top 10 Loungeflies, top 10, top 5, however many Loungeflies we did earlier this year. I'll link the video. Again, that's got links to all of the creators who were involved in that if you want to catch up on those. And until next time, take care and bye for now.